slandering your name, fake pages, trying to act like you, trying to walk like you, trying to look like you, be a whole ass doppelganger. But in my instance, I know that he's a whole ass warlock, and he's been doing it for a while. He has this harem of women who literally will do anything and everything he says, and they think if they work clock shift try to bother me, and if I feel bad or something, is going to make him love them, which doesn't work. It's not gonna work. It never has. It never will. Willpower is more strong than anything in this world, 3D and in the 5D, and then that's why they cast illusions on your mind and on your heart to think that you are depressed, to think that your life is falling apart, to think that you don't have a good future. Because if you feel that way and you believe it, then it will be so. And it'll be easier for them to keep casting stuff on you. But it's not. It never will be. And then they be like to do these glamour magic where they try to make themselves appear a certain way because they don't want people to know who they truly are, their true self, their true intentions. Because if people did, then they wouldn't want to help them. They wouldn't want to be around them. They wouldn't want to even deal with it. And I don't think that they would be able to survive. Because I don't know about you, but I know about me. And parasites need a host. Parasites need a host. They are not able to survive on their own. They are not able to survive on their own again. Even if the motherfucker is just an energy vampire, they need a host. That's why they're always in a new relationship. And oh, he was crazy. Oh, she was crazy. No, you broke them down until they had nothing left. And then you left and then made them look crazy afterwards. No. No, no. 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 And then they be trying to make it to where you can't sleep because, you know, sleep deprivation is really serious. It's very, very serious. And you not be able to make good decisions when you're very, very sleepy. It's very dangerous. But it's just like, you're just like, it don't make sense. You don't make sense. There is more than one way for me to fall asleep. And you think that you're doing something. I know for a fact that I'm not the only one who has to deal with this. I know it. But they be trying to do sly shit like, oh, I didn't touch you, so you can't get me for harassment. But it's like, yes, I can. I still can't get you for harassment. But go ahead, keep digging yourself a bigger hole if you want. And then people be like, oh, you're delusional, and blah, 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 blah. And you're like, whatever. You can't not tell me what I know and what I don't know. I live my life. I know who I am, and I know what's been happening in my life. And if you want to say that I'm delusional and try to discredit me and shit, it doesn't change what I went through, and it doesn't change what I said. I know what I said, and I'm sure of what I said. You trying to discredit me and defame me and all of the shit that you're trying to do is not going to change it. Like, and then also another thing that I don't feel like people know about that they utilize is they will utilize using astral projection to project into your energy field and to project into your dreamscape. They also will use spiritual spying to spy on you and your future and what you got going on. And most of the time they like to do it when you're resting, because you're at your vulnerabilist when you're resting. but you don't have to put up with it. You can find things out there like, Reiki, beats, subliminals. You can even go to a practitioner like, hey, I would like to be protected against spiritual spying and astral projecting against my will. And then they can be like, yeah, I'll do that for you. And definitely help you out. You don't have to deal with it. You don't. But that's the illusions that people be casting on the people, is that they have to deal with it, but you don't. And then also I want to talk about is yesterday something happened where this older lady and said something that was ridiculous, and it really pissed me off because it's just like, we're in the 21st century. Why do you continue to be a shitty person and have outdated beliefs and then wonder why the world's on fire? I'll definitely post that video. But people act like they have their hands tied. No, you don't. You don't have your hands tied. That is an illusion. And even if you do have your hands tied on something like, I don't know, someone who is dying from E. coli, and there's nothing you can really do to bring them back, you still have a chance. You still can do something. You make them as comfortable as possible before they go. You can let them see their family. You can read them a book. You can tell them funny jokes. You can make their last moments enjoyable. You can help ease their pain a little until they go. Your hands are not completely tied. They're not. They're not completely tied. In no situation is your hands completely tied. These are the things people want you to believe. So then that way you won't seek out an alternative for the problem that you have. You won't find the resources that are out there for you to use. Because there's resources out there for you to use to free you from your current circumstance. Everybody has a special one, but there is special resources out there. You have to find them. And you can't let people cast illusions on you thinking you have none. And that you're meant to be sad and you're meant to be depressed and your life is terrible and it's never going to get any better. Yes, it will. It has all the opportunity to. Oh, well, I'm a kid and my mom beats me and she's terrible. Yes, she is. I'm not tragic that you went through that. And it breaks my heart when little kids go through things. But that little kid still has very much more life to live. You still have very much more life to live. Call child services. Get that kid away. Send good love and positivity into the universe that that kid will find a loving family who loves them. Get that kid into some therapy. Help that kid direct the negative feelings they have this feeling inside into something that they're passionate about. Maybe like gardening, or maybe sports, or maybe painting, maybe playing drums, whatever. They still have a chance to turn their lives around. They still have a chance to love and be loved and to live their life. The current circumstances are grim, and it is for a lot of people. It is. It's grim for a lot of people. And it's sad. It's depressing. But there is a way out. You must find it. You must find it. You can't wait. You can't wait to find it, and you can't wait to change your situation. No, no, no. You must do it now, and you must continue to keep taking steps to ensure that you will. Not, oh, I prayed one time, or not, oh, that didn't work out. Okay? You might get 1,000 no's before you get a yes. Doesn't mean you give up. It doesn't mean you give up. Sometimes, you think you're gonna go to what you want, but the path didn't work out. It's not that the path didn't work out. It's just that you took a little bit of a detour. But you're still on the same path. You're still in that type of journey to get to where you want to be. Like, if you know what all your starting hole, with all your hole and start, when you know with all your soul and heart that you're meant to become a singer, but you're having difficulties with getting your foot in the door. It doesn't mean that you're not meant to be a singer. It just means that now you got to go about it a little differently, and try to see the opportunities that are out there for you to seize. And that when it does come, because it will, because you have owned it, and you do your best to get there, you'll be able to appreciate it so much more. You'll be able to be more stable in it so much more, because you laid the foundation. You do not believe the illusions that were being tossed at you by the 3D world, or by an ex who can't let you go and won't let you go, because they know that if you go off and you be happy with another person or a job or whatever, that you're never going to ever be where they are again, and they can't stop you, because they can't. Even with spiritual intimidation and spiritual spying and astral projecting, that's only in the 5D. They cannot do anything to you on the 3D, but they want you to believe that they can. You could get in your car and you could drive 5,000 miles somewhere else, and they can't stop you. They can't stop you. Oh, so they spiritually spied. Now they know you're in Canada, and you're in North California. So you can't do shit. You can't do shit. You can't do jack shit. You can't do anything. Like, but they want you to believe that they can. They want you to believe that if you make this decision, oh, it's wrong. You make this decision, it's wrong. If you date this person, oh, they're not right for you. Like, no. You don't get to tell me what's right for me and what's wrong for me. Only I get to tell me what's right and wrong for me. Only I get to choose what can be in my life and what can't be in my life. Only I have the right over my mind, my body, and my soul. Only I have the rights to the contracts that I have in the 5D, in the 3D. You have no authority or control over that. But they want you to believe that they do. They cast illusions in your mind, in your heart, to think that you don't have a choice. But you do. You have a choice. And there's resources out there that help you make your choices. Because some people, for real, like, these karmics have been like on a whole nother level of demonic shit. And it be anybody. It be moms, jobs, exes, all types of shit. They really be thinking that they have some type of authority to make your life how they want it to play out. And you're like, no, I didn't. See, like I said, it's this dark magic that you've been doing that makes you think that you have some type of authority on my life, because you don't. And I don't know where you got that from, but you don't. Maybe you did a couple things to one or two people, but that ain't me. That ain't me. You, what the fuck? No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. First off, your intentions are malicious and evil. Second off, you're not me. What makes you... Sorry, yeah, I'm trying not to laugh. What makes you think that you have influence over my life? Does that make sense? Because it doesn't. That's like me breaking into your house and then you being like, why are you here? And then me being like, oh, it's my house. And then you being like, no, it's not. And then me being like, yeah, it is. Since it's yours, it's mine. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. Sorry. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And then they try to like send spiritual spouses to you sometimes to stop your love life. Do not ask for a spiritual spouse. That's a whole ass scam. They will keep you from experiencing true love. Spiritual spouses are evil, and get them removed by a specialist. And have your contracts closed out, and like closed out, straight up, deleted, never open up again. They be doing that shit. They really will. They'll tell you, oh, no. And then people will be like, oh, it's in the Bible. Lies. Lies. Oh, I've been hearing this term a lot lately, and I want to say is freaking beep beep toot 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 beep beep. Because people be like, you're a spiritual whistleblower, and you a rat, and you a teller, and blah blah blah. And you're like, you only saying that to me because what I'm saying is not benefiting you. This is the only reason why you're saying this. And if delivering clarity and helping people get out of toxic situations, if they seem as hopeless when it's not, then toot toot, beep beep, all aboard. Like, I can't. I really can't. And people also will be spiritual spying on you in a different way. Well, they'll like somehow convince these like tech nerds, I don't know, with spiritual manipulation, or maybe a sob story about how, you know, you have been harassing them and all this other jazz, and then goes to the effort of making a fake account to message themselves about how you've been treating them so bad, and then showing these people. And then I'm just like, how does it make sense for you to think that somebody you don't even know is telling you the truth? You didn't even decide to look into it. You were just like, oh my god, I'm gonna help you. Okay, anyway. And then they'll have people clone your phone, clone your computer, and then they'll be having the phone and watching you on your apps and watching what you watch and your contacts, and then try to act like you to be mean to people. And oh girl, it be on a whole nother level. And I'm really over here like, I have never in my life thought about doing something shit like this. But then after you experience it, you're like, damn, y'all own some next level shit. And if you could just use that same energy you're using to bother other people, you literally could have a Fortune 500 company. You could be happy with your own, man. Like, You could have a family. Like, there's so much that they could be doing. But no, they just want to burn, kill, destroy, and antagonize people and be evil. Like, this is literally their sole purpose. And some of them, like I said, which a lot of them, are very parasitic. And they can't live without a host. This is a straight fact. Parasites can't live without a host. They can't live without a host. Name one. Name one. Name one. I don't care if it's a parasitic bacteria. I don't care if it's a leech. I don't give a fuck what the fuck it is. It can't live without a host. Cut their ass off. Disengage on all forms. Disengage all forms and cut their ass off. Go to a spiritual practitioner. See if you have something attached to you, and if you do, go to or ask for their services, or maybe even go to another one that's betterly equipped for this. Get it removed, let it work its magic, and move on with your life. Move on with your life. Do not believe the illusions that are being cast over you. You are not meant to be sad. You are not meant to have a terrible life. You are not meant to suffer. You're not going to never always have no money. You're not going to be this. You're not going to be that. There's an illusion that's being casted over you. You can literally right now search ways to make money. You could literally right now search ways to be a better person. You could literally right now search ways to get out of a toxic relationship that you're in. You could literally right now search ways to get out of the golden handcuffs, is what they call it, where you have an obligation to your job because you have bills, but you hate being there, but you have bills. You can search ways to get out of this. Literally, there's resources out there for you to do so. Do not let them think that they have some type of power over you. And who gives a damn? Oh no, they're happy to see you. They're happy to see you sad, and you're gonna be sad for a moment. Feelings are feelings, and you should feel them. You should process them, and then you should move on. But they're always gonna be a parasite. That's not gonna change. And just because you feel sad in that moment, or angry, upset, like your life is down in the dumps, doesn't mean it's gonna be that way forever. Who gives a flying fuck if they see that you're upset and they're happy? And it doesn't change that you still have a bright future. It doesn't change that you're still a great person and that you're meant for higher things. It doesn't change the fact that you could today be a better person. It doesn't change the fact today that you could find a better job. It doesn't change today that the fact that you could get out of that toxic relationship. It doesn't change the fact that you could literally get in your car and drive 5,000 miles away and be better, live better. They can't stop you. It's an illusion. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye, secret fans.